Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at whether subliminal messages actually work. And subliminal messages, they're weird. On the face of it, they shouldn't work. After all, they're pretty much imperceptible. That's the whole idea of them. If they're audio subliminal messages, then they're whispered so quietly that we can't consciously hear them. If they're pictures, we often don't know that they're there until someone points them out, and even then not everyone can spot them. And they're difficult to test because you could run a double-blind trial where neither patients nor the people monitoring them know who has got the real subliminal messages, but those are expensive, so they're not carried out very often. Or we could do like Darren Brown did on one of his shows and just tell people the audios contain subliminal messages and rely on the placebo effect. And that works, because we tend to believe what we're told. We believe actors in white coats are doctors even though we know they're not, all that kind of thing. And it's why drug trials are awkward and people often get the designated side effects even when they're just taking the sugar pill placebo. So how do we know whether or not subliminal messages actually work, or whether they're just an expensive placebo and we could get the same effect just telling ourselves that the music we're listening to has subliminal messages contained in it? Short answer is we really don't know. Longer answer is it's difficult to pretend that the song you've just played on YouTube or Spotify or wherever has subliminal messages contained in it when our conscious mind says, no they don't, you're just trying to fool yourself. It's much easier to get a subliminal MP3 and play it. You can rely on the maker to include the subliminal messages they've said they're going to include. Otherwise they'd be in trouble with advertising regulators, and some geek somewhere would find a way to prove the messages weren't really there. So if you buy a subliminal messages MP3, at least you'll know the messages are in it. Then you've got to figure out whether or not your subconscious mind hears them, and to work that out, think back to when you were in a crowded room or a party with lots of background chatter, and someone across the room mentions your name, and you hear it, even though it was just spoken, not shouted, and even though you're nowhere near enough to ordinarily hear it. And that happens to most people. It's near enough the same as a subliminal message. It's about the same intensity and the same likelihood of hearing it, and bearing that in mind, my personal view is that subliminal messages definitely do work. Typically they repeat a number of affirmations over and over throughout the track, and that's almost the same as saying those affirmations out loud, but a lot less freaky. You can listen to a track with headphones on in a lot more places, and you can say affirmations out loud without getting people wondering what on earth you're doing. And there are subliminal messages tracks for lots and lots of different things. They're cheap enough to try for yourself and decide whether or not they're having a positive effect. And if you'd like to know the best place I've found to buy them, check the link below this video. There's a review of 5 different ones, and they're all good, but they all have different uses. So click the link below this video and investigate more. I reckon they're worth doing.